Welcome to Ypsilanti, and just a few miles away from the big house, where this house is home to the Eastern Michigan Eagles, and we are anticipating a great turnout and a sensational game in this one. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. The Broncos will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Eagles offense will get the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
He looks that one in nicely. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He wants to throw. Got his man in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. And the Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. To the air on first down. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Dropping back, it's Stokes. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires on the move. And they can't make the connection on third down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. So the Western Michigan Broncos offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Turns it on in midfield. Got a lot of running room. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Broncos!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And here's the return. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. From the gun, the ground game. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. They're facing a third down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Fires to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. Got some room to run. Gets away from one, finds some space. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here to make something happen on this side of the football.
Good enough for first down.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the running back. They knock him down right there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And that ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Pressure coming. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. The offense will quickly use a timeout. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll run play action. Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Eastern Michigan will kick it deep to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Running back searching for a hole. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. He's got his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. It's blocked. The pressure got home.
And every week you study this and you know which side you're going to attack and who you want to attack. And you could tell they wanted to attack the right side, brought all the guys from that direction, sneak through a little crack, come in, get their hands on the punt, and get the big ball.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Stokes. It's complete. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Eagle! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Northern Illinois is getting cooked right now. I mean, it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 14 to Missouri. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Fires and picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass. Perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll start this drive firing. And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Looking to throw, it's Stokes. Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good.
The kick is good. That makes the score Western Michigan 17, Eastern Michigan 10.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Back to the ground with the running back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Makes the grab on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He makes the connection. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports.